Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Got another review for you. This is the Technic Batcycle from the Batman film. It's a great set. It's actually my dad's. I'm borrowing it for this video. I think it's great. We have another motorcycle that I'm going to show later in the video for size. But speaking of size, this set does not come with minifigs, but I just wanted to give you a brief little comparison to a figure in case you're wondering how big this is. It's pretty big. Here's my hand. It's a pretty decent size model. It's not huge, but is a pretty much a perfect size. So again, no minifigs. I think it's around 600 parts, something like that. And I believe it retailed for 50 bucks when it came out. And I think it's still available. It probably is retiring soon, but it should still be on the shelves if you're interested. So, yeah, it's pretty much just a black motorcycle. It's actually made up for the design that this is based off of is a really awesome motorcycle in the film. Unfortunately, Robert Pattinson doesn't use it as much in that first film, but hopefully in future films we'll get a little bit more action with it. It's really just its own unique design, both as a Lego set and as a movie prop. It's a very nice bike. This does a pretty fantastic job of capturing it. Obviously, some of these parts, they could have maybe sharpened the ears up, I feel like, and I feel like that's my really only complaint, but it really only has one feature, and it's pretty simple. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit to the back here. Got this gigantic wheel here, you can see. And really, there's only one feature. Maybe you can tell. It's actually got working suspension. So if I push up, this will, give and, flex like an actual, like a bike would. And the front actually does have suspension as well. These pipes here, you can press down and it will compress and go down, which is pretty nice. If you want to be rough with it, you can for sure. It does have some other moving parts, such as there's a trail, or what's this called? This cable system made up of different chain links, and you can see them going all the way around the entire section. This is like one big oval, and so if you move the tire, the chains will spin, and you can actually just take some chains out, make it tighter or looser depending on what you want. Here's what that looks like from the top. It's pretty nice. I like that it's actually a moving feature. I feel like lots of Technic sets have this type of feature where anything can move. I feel like a lot of Technic sets have moving parts, and this is no exception. This moves, and there's two other things that move. The steering column, we'll get to that in a minute. And then this right here, this is actually a handle, and it can actually retract. You can see the bottom of this is not that great, but you can just retract that up there. And now the bike, unfortunately, will not stand on its own. You can see it just wants to fall over, because that's what that stand was the only thing keeping this thing up. Because it has two wheels, and so it doesn't balance very well. You can see, so you're gonna want that stand up. I really like that it's like part of the design, and it just folds up. It's super slick the way that is done. There's also some nice armor on the bottom here. And one more thing I wanted to highlight about this section is right here. You can maybe see the Technic gear toothpiece right there. And when you move the tire, you can see that from the front. It's just a really cool feature. But there's one other thing that moves, and it's at the top, or I guess the front of this, the actual main headlight section with the handlebars. You can see it's very nice. You can see the steering column can actually move, and of course it flexes the bottom of the it moves up and down. I showed it earlier, but it's really nice. You can see that there's no stickers to this set, so everything is just physically built, which is nice. I like this design here for the front of the bat section here, the main hole, I guess. I don't know bike terms, but they look nice. I like the headlight. It's very nice. Lots of piping, especially around this section. I love this part in particular. Just all these different pipes coming together, and they're kind of simple parts, but they look really good when you put them together. And a lot of cool details, like all this big engine block with these grills on top. It's very nice. There's not a lot of like there's not a ton of mind-blowing details because it's really just all black because that's how it was in the film. But it looks really cool. Lots of dust, unfortunately, because this is a black set with black pieces, and that makes dust. It just attracts them. It just attracts dust a lot of the time. But I like all these different pieces. Like these parts are very cool, and this down here is very nice as well. More grills, and you got the pedals right here. You got this one, and then you got this one. It's just very nice. Similar design, the piping on the side with the exhaust, and also there's piping right here, which is really nice to see. You can see some more engine details here, and I guess the one complaint is some of the red pins you can kind of see. Like, you can see one here, and then you've got one here, and then you've got some in there. It's just like little things in the blue really sticks out in a bad way, but Technic pins aren't available in different colors. I think they're only available in black, light gray, and blue. So I guess they could have definitely used more light gray and black pins, but I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much, but if you look closely at this set, you'll notice lots of the blue and the red and some of these gray. The gray kind of works, but blue and the red is just a little bit, it just stands out in a bad way against the all black look of it. And obviously there's also some dark gray and some light gray to mix that up. But, you know, it's just a little bit, it's just a nitpick. They could have definitely, you know, hidden some of those colors at least. But overall, I like the look of this. The tires are really cool. I like the way you build them. These designs on the front, the rims are really cool. And then in the back, you actually got two of these tire pieces put together. And then you have the big tire shell. And you just put that together, and it's really cool. I like this a lot. Lots of, again, Technic-y parts as I drop this. I like the armored panels as well on the top. It's very, very cool. You could use those for different things if you wanted to. And it's very nice. One also really nice touch is I like at the handlebars, you can see a 1x2 shiny grill flat tile, which you got one of those on each side, and that's just, I think it's a very nice touch to add those. Just a little bit of silver to this. And I mean, yeah, there's not much that it'll do. Obviously, you can rough it up and, you know, go like that and make it drive and stuff, and this displays amazingly well. And you know, there's just not much to it compared to other sets that I've looked at on the channel. It's just a little bit plainer, but that's how it was in the movie, so it kind of makes sense. It's just LEGO's translating that into a set. So they're putting it into, you know, a model that you can build and you can look at, and it looks great for sure. It looks definitely like the film model, but it's just a little bit plainer than, you know, some of the other ones that we've taken a look at. But I did want to show a brief size comparison against the only other motorcycle that we have, and that is the Creator Expert Harley Davidson, which I think is a lot better of a set because it is a little bit more creative, and it's a lot less simple. It's definitely more of a showpiece than this set is, although I like this one too. I just think that the Harley is a much better model. Like, if you're going to pick between these, the Harley is a little bit more expensive, but you're getting a lot more pieces, and you're also getting a better design. But this Batcycle is pretty sweet in its own way. So, I mean, that's it. That's really all I have to say. I mean, I don't have to say too much about it. It just looks nice. It plays nicely. It has some cool little features that it has, and it's really fun to build too. And it looks great. It looks like it jumped out of the film, which is probably what you would want out of something like this. But that's it for the review. Let me know what you think of the Technic Batcycle. Do you think it's a strong set, or do you think it is, you know, something not worth picking up? And what do you think of the film? Do you like it or do you not? And what do you think of the Technic line? Do you think it's a good series, or do you think they should cancel it? Let me know. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. Stay tuned for more. Please leave a comment. I always like to read those. Share your thoughts, good and bad. I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.